Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. This is a really great opportunity for me to talk to you all about an organization that is really close to my heart that I've been working with for almost 3 months now, the Borgen Project. So I'm going to just start off with a really quick presentation about some facts about global poverty and a little bit about the Borgen Project and what I've been doing with them. And then I'm going to move it into the discussion part of the information event. So just to start off, so I want to again thank you all for attending. Thank you for those of you who didn't know that you were going to be here and wandered in, and those of you who RSVP'd several weeks ago. Thank you all. It's really great that you're all here. So I'm a Borgen Project representative and a fighter for peace. I have 2 internships with the Borgen Project right now. I'm currently doing a PR and marketing internship as well as a HR internship. So my experience with the Borgen Project has been really broad, and I've been doing a lot of really great things with them. And so today we're here to discuss global poverty and the true state of the world that we're living in today. So I'm going to give a quick presentation on some facts about global poverty according to the Borgen Project, and then I'll just open up the floor for that discussion. So to start off with just a quick quote, the poorest 20% of the world's children are twice as likely as the richest 20% to be stunted by poor nutrition and to die before their 5th birthday. So this is a really shocking quote that really stood out to me, that I really wanted to just show you guys. So I'll just give you all a second to just kind of ponder what this means, and just really take in this information. So a couple quick facts. 2.7 million newborns worldwide die within their first month of life. In developing countries alone, nearly 200 million children under age 5 are considered underweight. 3.2 million children under the age of 15 currently are living with HIV. So these are some really, really staggering facts about the world that we're living in, that maybe some of you didn't really know these things. A lot of predominantly Americans, but a lot of people around the world that live in developed countries are really unaware of the dire situation that so many people around the world are living in, because it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. So a lot of people really aren't aware, and there's a lot of misconceptions out there, and so this is no fault of anybody who does not know about all of this stuff. It's no fault of their own, but this is why I'm here, to kind of educate you all about the true state of the world that we're living in today. So we know the harsh reality that millions and millions of people are living in around the world. So what can we do about it? So we know this information, but it's kind of the question of what now? So I'm here to tell you today that global poverty is something that we can fix. It's not a lost cause. There are ways to alleviate the situation, and there are ways that you can help from actually just your cell phone and your computer. But first, let's discuss some of the ways in which you can help alleviate global poverty. So the ways that you all can make a difference by not even having to leave your home. It's really way easier to make a change than you would ever think. So here are the top 10 ways that the Borgen Project suggests that just everyday people help contribute to the fight against global poverty. So you can email Congress. This is something that I had no idea how easy it was when I first started interning for the Borgen Project. I was like, I didn't even know that you could get in touch. I didn't even know that I was able to get in touch with my congressional leaders. I thought that they were kind of on this pedestal, like you're not able to reach them, you're not able to tell them your thoughts. But you can email them, it's very quick. You can head to the Boredom Project's website. They have a ton of information about this. It's also equally as easy to call Congress. You can donate to nonprofit organizations such as the Boredom Project. This is a great way to keep organizations like this going that are fighting against global poverty. You can lobby to Congress. I actually have a meeting scheduled this coming week with Senator Warren's regional director. We're going to be discussing some legislation that I personally want her to support that is in support of people living in poverty all around the world. So this is just something you need to give a little bit of time. You need to email your congressional leaders' offices and try to schedule a meeting with them, and then just come prepared and tell them your thoughts, and they'll listen and pass that information on to the congressional leaders. You can mobilize people in your community to support bills fighting against poverty. You can pitch to the media, tweets, Facebook posts, anything like that will help. You can write a letter to the editor of a magazine or a newspaper. You can contact the White House, YouTube Congress. There's literally about 30 ideas on the Boredom Project's website that they suggest of ways that you can get involved just from the touch of a button in reality. Most of this stuff doesn't even involve leaving your home. And so there's really so much that we can do as people with technology and people that have a voice. We can do so much to help people around the world living in poverty, more than we ever knew. So in this slide, these are some current legislation that are being passed. So we've been working to help get two particular bills passed, the Keep Family Together Act and the International Affairs Budget. And so particularly the International Affairs Budget is something that's been a little bit controversial, and not all of the congressional leaders have always supported this bill, and so we really have been trying to push all of our interns and all the people that the interns mobilize to support these bills. These are the bills that I've been pushing since I've been interning with the Boredom Project, and so I'm quite familiar with them. When I take questions a little bit later, I can talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, you can head to the Boredom Project website and look at all of the current legislation that we are trying to pass that will, if passed, will help thousands of people living in poverty around the world. So next, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. So let's get real. I want to hear what you all think of the current stance of global poverty around the world today. So here I'd like to open up the discussion for some questions, and then I'm going to be offering some prompts so we can kind of just do a roundtable discussion on what you all think about global poverty today, because there are so many misconceptions. So I really wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you had differing opinions on what the true state of global poverty is today. So that's really the idea of the information forum today, to really get the conversation going for people like all of us to come together and really talk about what's going on in the world. So thank you very much for listening to this portion of the event. I'll take some questions now, and then after we'll open up the discussion forum.